If you are practicing any sort of silence to your mind, giving some time for internal reflection or any sort of meditation practice, that's going to help you in terms of how you're feeling, your consciousness as how it is for you. So I want to give you here three levels of consciousness as a reference. So if you are doing some sort of meditation or some sort of silence to your mind, it helps you to train. Kind of like working out in a gym, it's like working your mind, and it's good to have a reference. Like if you see somebody with very good body and they're working and training a lot, so that's like a reference to see like, okay, that's like a better level, or somebody's training a lot for that. So in terms of your consciousness and how you are, you can use like three levels, like very simple. I mean, there may be other ways people say many levels, but in essentially you can keep it three levels. So I'm going to share here three levels so you can compare yourself when you're practicing your silence, your meditation practice, or just how your life is going on. Um, so level one is being reactive. Level one is being reactive. What do I mean by that? Well, when I say reactive, like anything that's happening around you, like people are saying something, or it can be family, it can be work, it can be news, any words that you hear, you are reactive. You get feelings, strong feelings, or even you may act out sometimes. So it's the default, which is not a trained mind, and you are reacting to things, others' words. But sometimes you don't even feel like it was not me afterwards. Like this is where sometimes you may find yourself that, oh, it was not me, somebody took over me, or like, oh, why did I react like that? So you may feel that sometimes, you may not, but this is the default level. So if you're not trained that well in your consciousness or how you're feeling, this is sometimes you can look back and like sometimes you reacted for some words somebody said and it triggered you, like, it's like you snapped. This is the default level. In other words, to keep simple, level one is negative word, like all the stuff we don't like. That's the default word. Now comes the level two. So what is level two? Well, level two is where people say words, you look at news, but you're not that much bothered by them. Like things that used to bother or things that you used to react, you're not reacting like that. Like you cannot have a better awareness. This is like one step ahead, and you're practicing some sort of mindfulness or some silence, and that helps you to be aware of yourself and have a little bit more awareness. So here you're not reactive, and it doesn't mean like you're totally in bliss and you're with the level three, but level two is more like you are getting there. And also sometimes you may react, but not so strongly. So you kind of react gently, sometimes saying, this is what it is, whatever the situation calls for it, but you're not very, very like completely taken over. You are still in some control with some awareness, and you are getting a habit of ignoring things. Something that used to bother, you're getting a habit of ignoring, but you're not completely ignoring, but you're at least awareness is a lot better. In other world, this is the world of neutral, like the negative world. This is neutral. Level one is negative stuff, all negative stuff. Level two is like neutral, and it's also similar to apathy sometimes, but it's not bad because you're not reacting. So it's also like you're not bothered by things that much, but you may be still a little bit. um, so that's level two. Now comes the level three. In other words, level three is like you're happy, at peace with yourself, at peace with the world, and you're completely ignoring others' words that used to be bothered. Let's say some politics bad news happen, you completely ignore them. Now, if it's your work, you may not be, but I'm just giving an example, like kind of like a reference for your level of your consciousness. So in level three, you are kind of disconnected also sometimes. Not only are you having better awareness, you disconnect yourself from outside world events, things that used to bother you. Even if they come to you because of some random situation, you completely ignore them, and or at least you're not bothered by those things. So that's like a level you can aspire to. This is like the ultimate higher level of consciousness where You're with the oneness, you're having a lot of bliss, a lot of peace with yourself and with the world, and you're not like level one at all. You're not reactive. Even if things happen, somebody says some words, you're not reactive. You kind of like, okay, just ignore them. So this is like the ultimate level, but as I said, there's level one, level two, level three. So you probably first have to get to the neutral level to improve your awareness and look at yourself. Like when you're giving some silence to yourself to practice, if you do that, that can be a reference to see that you can, there's a better level of consciousness. And as you train more, as you put some more time into this, and you can see that you can feel a lot better. So there is like level one and two, three. So you can look at it for yourself. And next time you get a chance, when you practice in silence, look at the things you have reacted to. Somebody said something, or you see some news or some negative stuff, and you joined it or you reacted to it, versus being neutral, kind of like one level up. So you are like kind of disconnecting yourself, versus level three, where you are completely ignored. You are so much good stuff happening with you, or you are so much around a lot of positive people around you, or you're completely disconnected and like you don't care and you're completely happy with yourself. So that's like another level. So this is like for reference, and I hope you can use this when you do the next time practice for yourself.